Hey, what's going on, family? It's your boy TC, Theron Michael Cunningham, the Hope Dealer. Coming to you, y'all, with a hit of hope, hoping to push you to pursue your purposes, your passions, and the platforms that I believe God has uniquely birthed into this earth to fulfill. Yo, this hit of hope, man, comes from a recent sermon series that I was preaching on transition. And I was dealing with the tension of transition, trying to encourage the audience, man, that every pathway to success has to deal well with the tension of transition. Yo, transition is never easy, but it doesn't have to be messy. I'm gonna say it to you one more time. Transition is never easy, but it does not have to be messy. And many of us, man, don't like transition because we've been through messy transitions. And here's the deal. If we learn to handle well the tension of transition, we will understand that we will be able to go to next levels of our lives in every area of our lives if we learn to deal well with the tension of transition. I use the illustration, y'all, to try to push this point of my youngest daughter, who was a phenomenal softball player. I enjoyed going to watch her play, and for season after season, she was the catcher. And every season, man, I would go and I would watch her behind the plate. The pitchers would pitch, the batters would swing, and she would catch those balls, man, and she would throw them back to the pitcher, throw them out at second. Listen, I watched her play. She would dive and get into the dirt. She would move and jump around, man, protect home plate. I watched her play as catcher. And I was a father, man, who was in full support of his daughter. My wife, man, we would go and we would go to every game. We would try our best, man, to travel everywhere to watch her play catcher. One season, new coach came. And the new coach, man, decided that she was no longer going to be the catcher, but he was going to put her at shortstop. We didn't understand what it was going to be. We'd never seen her play shortstop. But, man, let me tell you something. When she shifted to that position, he placed her at shortstop. We began to watch her play. I no longer was a father who was supporting his daughter. I became a fan. Listen, the moves that she make, her lateral movement, her quickness, her speed, her ability, man, to get in front of balls and make plays and throw people out at first, it was phenomenal. Watching her play shortstop. I mean, it was a level up. We were excited about going to games because we now wanted to see her make those plays that nobody else would make, and she would be exciting in what she would do. Man, she was tough. We became fans because she was shortstop. People would look at me, man, and say, well, she'd make a fantastic play. People look at me and they say, man, is that your daughter? I look at my wife and I ask her, is that your daughter? It was exciting. Here's the thing. We never would have been able to celebrate her. We never would have been able to acknowledge her. We never would have been able to be excited at the level that we were had she fought to stay at catcher. Some of us, man, are fighting to stay in the same position because we've gotten comfortable, or because we've lived season after season playing the same position, in the same position, doing the same thing, when God has something more for you. But we don't want to deal well with the tension of transition, and we want to stay in the same spot. Can I challenge you? There are areas, man, that God wants you to be celebrated. There are areas in your life, man, that God wants your talents and gifts acknowledged. There are places, man, that God wants to put you, that people are going to see the greatness of who you are. It's going to mean you're going to have to transition from the moment that you're in, the position that you're in right now, and be willing to deal well with the tension of transition and allow God to transport you to a new purpose, heighten you to a new passion, put you on a platform that's going to allow the world to see all that you are. It's your boy, TC, Theron Michael Cunningham, the Hope Dealer.